I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of descriptive praise. Have you ever praised a kid or somebody and then they're like, "Oh, well, you don't really mean it," and it's like, "What?" Some kid will come up to you, right, and they'll be like, look at what I made, yay!" All right, and you go, "Wow, that's a fabulous drawing. You're an artist." All right, and the kid goes, "Well, it's not that good. You're just saying that. Billy's a really good artist," and you're like, what just happened? I wanted to make that kid feel good, and he just walked away thinking he's some sort of loser. What? All right. What happened is you gave him non-specific global praise. He has nowhere to go with it. He's being held up to a standard he doesn't necessarily feel he has met. So sometimes when you give global praise, you'll be surprised to find that a kid will react negatively. If you say, "My boy is the most well behaved young man I have ever seen," and you look at him and trying to give him a compliment, right? And if he doesn't feel like he's the most wonderful boy ever, he's kind of in a spot, isn't he? So a lot of times a kid then will reject that global praise and misbehave a little bit to show him, I'm not such an angel after all, because you've trapped them in that box. What you can do instead is you can describe what you see. Descriptive praise is one of the most easy things to do, and you get a huge benefit immediately. So kid comes up to me and shows me this. All right, and I might say, I hope you use color, but I might say, "Wow, look at this! I see me and you and Snickers out on the beach. Is that an umbrella? I'll bet Snickers would like to be under there. And I see a bright sun. I feel like I'm at the beach." Now, all I did is say what I saw. I actually didn't really tell him or her I like this. I just described what I saw. Now, the evaluation comes from them, where you want it to come. You want him or her to look at his work and decide whether it's good enough. You don't want them always looking to somebody else to decide what they are. So when a kid gets that, watch the reaction. Big eyes, they'll run away. They'll be like, "I'm going to make another one." And they'll be really excited. "I'm an artist." Now, I didn't call that kid an artist just then, but he walks away thinking and calling himself an artist. That's self-evaluation. That's what you want. So when you want to compliment a kid's behavior, instead of saying, "Wow, you're a nice young boy," instead of that, you might say, "Wow, I came in here and you were here to take my coat and put it away for me. I feel like a real guest here in this house." All right? I didn't do anything. I didn't really say any compliment, but he feels like $1,000,000. He'll go out of his way to do more. So when you're using praise, especially teachers out there, parents, think about how you're doing it. It's a lot easier than you think, and you want to encourage your kid to have some defense against the mindless insults he's going to get. If he learns that evaluation comes from outside, when he's really being insulted, he's going to take that stuff seriously. He's not going to think about his own work or about himself. But if he's learned to look at his own work and himself, those insults don't mean as much. He has a natural protection from those because you've enabled him with descriptive praise.